Signs you're not ready to be in a relationship. When you come up with such an intentional idea of how you want things to be, many people refuse to accept that there are things they need to make for their relationships to be. But it's very unfortunate that many people do not read the times, the seasons, those moments that you're not supposed to be in that relationship. So I want to talk about a few things, some signs that you're not ready to be in a relationship. Many tend to think because they feel that person based on how they've portrayed themselves, they tend to miss the point because they can't accept the fact that being in a relationship entails a lot of things. So there are things that can prove you're not ready. Number one, it's very fundamental. You are still healing from past hurts, past relationship issues. You're still working on yourself. So I was doing some things about that. And I found out that many people are not willing to build themselves, work on themselves, and do due diligence what is supposed to be done so that they can be able to get into the other relationship whole and complete. But because they are not intentional, they will keep on focusing on finding someone that will complete them in their mess. But it's never like that. You want to get into a relationship, but you know very well there are things you've not worked on. You've portrayed or displayed some actions that people will think you are narcissistic. You are this kind of a person who cannot handle a relationship. But the truth is this: you have to deal with yourself because you have to make sure that the issues of the past are dealt with. Relationships are made to be perfected in a way that someone has worked on themselves. So you have to heal and take responsibility on that. Number two, you are seeking someone to complete you. You are seeking someone to complete you. It's not about finding that person that will complete you. It's about you completing that person. So, have you worked on yourself? The hurts from the past, have you dealt with those things? Have you done what is supposed to be done? Because I've realized that many people want to be a part of a relationship with this person that they've worked on themselves. They've done what they've done about life. They've made mistakes in the past. And right now, where they are, they just want to be happy. They want to be engaged with this person that will make them whole. But you find that when it's time for you to do what is right, you've not worked on yourself. You've not done anything about yourself. And that is why you'll find yourself having a relationship that isn't meant to fill your to fill that place in your world. Because a relationship is not about filling your emptiness. It's all about you working on that emptiness and being the best version of yourself so that you can build that other relationship that you're thinking of working on or being in it. So number three, you don't know your purpose. If you don't know why you're getting into that relationship, you will never see anything that is good. And that is why many relationships are losing. You know, the other day I met with this friend of mine and I asked him a very simple question. Why do you want to get married to this woman? He gave me a silly question because she's beautiful. She has this body, and she has a face that many men will die for. That is a very silly excuse or a silly compliment to get married. Because marriage is not about the physical beauty. As much as it's important, it's not a critical factor to consider. Because marriage is about being with someone who understands that you get into marriage because of purpose, number one, and companionship. Because marriage is not about, it's not for boys, it's for grown men, men who understand. It's not about feelings, it's not about how you feel for that person, it's about a choice that you've made. And you really want to see yourself becoming better and better each day. So you have to take responsibility. You have to do the best, so that you're able to see the truth about how your relationship should be. So I came up with a verse that I think many people miss out on this. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So you have to deal with your heart. Your heart has conditions, has issues, because out from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So the heart has a lot of issues, and you have to deal with those issues. You can't get into a relationship and you really want to mess the other person. So you have to understand that you have to know your purpose as to why you want to get into a relationship. Number 4, you crave attention more than connection. Have you ever met with these kind of couples whereby, or partners, they are fighting every day? You did not post me, you did not introduce me to your friends, you did not do this in public, you did not give me this or that, people did not see that you appreciate me and all that. These kinds of people are so much concerned about their reputation. So what they really want is attention. They're seeking for validation from how people will portray them, how people will see them. But the reality is, you cannot be with a person who is not willing to be in an area where you desire to see connection. You have to work on connection more than attention. That is the basis of a relationship. And number 5, you're not ready to sacrifice or serve. Marriage is a place of sacrifice and serving. And many people want to get in marriage, but they don't know what to do, because their intention is to be in a marriage or in a relationship whereby they want to be served. But marriage is a place of service. You serve your partner. You sacrifice a lot of things because you've made a choice to be with that person. So take the responsibility and the initiative to understand the person you're with, because love is not just about receiving, it's about giving, serving, and dying to self. You have to die to yourself so that you give, because love is patient, love is kind, it is not self-seeking. Number 6, you can't handle accountability. Many of you want to be in relationships, but you cannot handle accountability. You're not willing to be with this person and do what is based on honesty. Honesty is number 1 that you have to deal with and to work on, so that you can be trusted. So you have to be accountable, because if correction feels like control to you, you're not ready for a covenant or for covenant. You're not ready. And that is why I came along this very verse in Proverbs 27 verse 17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So it's very beautiful to be with a person that you know very well you're going to do what is required to be in that relationship. Number 7, which is the last one. Your relationship with God isn't firm yet. Have you ever dated a person and you look at them, they're just crazy about life. They're willing to do extra things because they think it is making or giving them joy. But at the end of the day, they're breaking that relationship. And when you look at this kind of people, what happens? It's they're breaking their value of the relationship. By doing what? Their relationship with God is not firm. They're not willing to be a part, or they're not willing to be in a journey that represents God's character. Why? If you're shaky in your walk with God, your foundation is already weak. In the book of Psalms 127:1 says, unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. So you cannot do it by yourself. Philippians 2:13 says, for it is God who works in you both to will to act and according to his very good pleasure. So it is God